Kenneth Murray Jr. is a ridiculous athlete. Kenneth Murray Jr. had a baby this offseason. Kenneth Murray Jr. didn't play at all in the preseason games. But the Cowboys kept him in bubble wrap, much like Javonte, much like a few others. So let me just actually set this down and show you guys what I'm talking about. So in an attack front, and I'm learning all this stuff on the fly, okay? I don't pretend to be a coach. I'm just a former baseball player in the professional ranks who has a deep affinity and appreciation for sports psychology and the sports below the surface. Like that's for anybody that's new here. I'm Lando, and that's what the Lando Show is all about. The sports below the surface truth for the true fan. So if that appeals to you at all, please just do me a favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. When you're in an attack front, okay, there's a couple different types, different ways to play defense, or let's just say defensive line. Let's simplify it right now, okay? You've got this number here, 4-point stance, kind of like Mozzie Smith, not staggered, like the elite sprinters of the world, right? The ones that they stagger themselves on the block. I don't know if y'all can even see this way, because it allows for a quicker first step, right? Mozzie, I'm using Cowboys-related examples. All right, Mozzie was more square in college, and it was all about just anchor, right? Fire off, and in other words, don't move. Just hold a couple blocks, read and react. Stack, shed. This particular scheme, okay, with Aaron Whitecotton and Matt Eberflus, it's all about straight up field. As fast as you possibly can. Disrupt, penetrate, attack, reset the line of scrimmage. That's what they do. That's their objective. Get some water over here. I'm talking too much. So the point is not to be negative or be overly critical of a player. But when you watch, okay, parlayed with that scheme, when you have that as your philosophy, penetrate. Linebackers have to do the same thing.
Stop, east, west, shuffle, shuffle, and then he gets taken out of the play 10 yards. Just gone, deleted from the picture. Reads and reacts accordingly and correctly. You see, it's flow right.
Glare.
Oh, thank you.
See that glare? Watch.
That's good. That's good, Jim Dad. That's good, Jim Dad help right there. Once again, Kenneth Murray had a ton of great reps. I'll show a couple of those too. But this is one, like, you can't stop your momentum in an attack front. You got to just go. Keep on going, man. This is the first bad play. We're about 2 quarters in. It's the first really overwhelmingly bad one. But this is just some of the things that, like, you got to be technical. Especially, you want to see the Cowboys do what we think that they can do. But against teams like this in particular, man, they will embarrass you if things like that happen on a routine basis. This is why the chatter for Marist Liufau is already happening. But it's only week 1. He didn't play in the postseason or in the preseason. I'm willing to give him or to grant him.
Okay, if D linemen aren't tasked with stack, shed, read, react, then linebackers can't do that either. You hear people like Eberflus himself say stopping the run requires 11. That's what they mean. Okay, because if everybody's objective is to penetrate one gap, that means that everybody is responsible for a gap, which they always are, right? But the others, the second and third levels, have to follow suit very quickly. Otherwise, the whole system doesn't work. They've got to be there on time, downhill, and with ferocity. Okay? So if you watch the difference between guys like, say, Marist Liufau in the preseason, or Zion Childress in the preseason, that's a corner, who plays like a Mike backer because he's so instinctual, but his first instinct is that way with physicality. Jack Sanborn even has this. Okay, you notice. His first step is boom. Now he's going to miss sometimes. He's never been an athletic guy. We talked about this on this very channel. Going to win right here. Instinctual. Quick first step. Understands what he's seeing. Processes very fast. But Kenneth Murray, he's doing a lot of this. Or just, it's guesswork first. He's not trusting what he's seeing. Now, once again, please understand, or it's important to remember. Let me get back closer. I hope that you guys like this style. I know it's different, but I like having fun with it. Change it up a little bit. I think it's good for everybody, including myself. When you consider that he was bubble wrapped, the coaches clearly see something. Matt Eberflus is the linebacker whisperer. He sought him out. He is more of a veteran. He does have the first round pedigree. Okay? Jack Sanborn is more of the veteran too. He's more familiarity with anybody than, or with Eberflus' system. So they're getting the first crack at it. But neither of those guys played in the preseason. Kenneth Murray didn't either. It's early. That was game one for them of live bullets this year in this system. I really, really hope that we can see Kenneth Murray Jr. turn it on and really just figure it out. Like, even if I guess wrong, just at least guess 100 miles an hour that way. Use your athleticism. Guy is built for it, man. He just has to eliminate this right here. Like, stop thinking so much. You know, that's what it seems like. It just seems like he doesn't quite see it. I really hope that trigger, like, the switch flips. The light comes on. Because it'd be so freaking fun to watch. Somebody do it with the same level of hair on fire that Marist Liufau does, that DeMarvion Overshown does. They don't guess, they just go. Don't guess, just go. Maybe that'll be the title of this video or the thumbnail. It's not too early for them to get it figured out. Or it's not too late for them to get it figured out. It's still way too early. But if they don't, I hope that, once again, most important part of the video here, this culture of competition puts the guys on the field who are currently the best and most effective and the most disruptive when they're actually on it. And yes, I'm talking directly about that second-year linebacker from Notre Dame. That Mike Zimmer, a year ago, on day one of rookie minicamp, a 30-year veteran in this league who had otherwise no idea, no real rhyme or reason, with a reputation of toughness, by the way, hard-nosed nature, coach, to just hold high and mighty this rookie who hadn't done anything in the league yet to prove himself. Mike Zimmer said, that's one of the smartest football players I've ever coached. I'm talking about Marist Liufau. Hope you enjoyed this one. All right, well, really quickly, I just wrapped up everything that you just heard there and forgot to mention these fellas here. I turned the Cowboys Collective on after I finished recording that one. Just seeing what those guys had to say, because they do fantastic work. And it was a pleasure to be featured on that show a couple weeks back at I guess it was the second to last day of a padded practice and training camp, day number 1 at the Star in Frisco. That's not supposed to happen. 1 second. Finished uploading. there's the upload that I was just mentioning. I just finished recording that one. It just uploaded. So here we are. I'm doing a couple different things at once. So my mind is in a couple different places. It's all good though. Foots reminded me that I didn't mention Shemar James's name. So I'm going to mention Shemar James's name because that's a dude that showed enough for me to be excited about in the preseason. We touched on him a little bit, didn't really elaborate too much, but that's a guy with similar traits, right? But shows a quick instinct and a trigger who plays like Marist Liufau does. Boom, see it go, downhill that way, attack, right? Which also prompted that I completely forgot to mention. So thank you once again, Foots, you're the man. How crazy it is. We're having this discussion, right, about the linebacker play being not that great. The top two guys were your worst two performers, and they're the most veteran-like players, right? The guys that this current administration, at Matt Eberflus himself, sought after to go in and get. Okay, neither of those guys played in the preseason. Neither of those guys had very good games against the Eagles. But here we are with verifiable evidence right there. If I swipe a couple times left, click two buttons, boom, I'm on the NFL Plus Pro All22 film. I got the Cowboys and the Eagles pulled up from week 1. And I can go back and track and see at one point in that game, granted, I get it, Matt Eberflus had an hour to adjust, right? I've acknowledged that a couple times. It's worth noting, sure. But 8 carries in a row. There was a stretch of 8 carries in a row for Saquon Barkley where he went for 11 total yards. 8 carries, 11 yards. And the linebackers didn't even play that good. That's what we're talking about. That's what Foots just mentioned. Right here. And he made another great point. I had to write this down because I was like, that's such a good one-liner. Shout out to Law and Sky too, by the way. Those guys know how much I love them and respect them. When Foots said, catchphrase that he keeps in his mind when evaluating players, talent, film. There goes again. I don't ever want to see a receiver run himself into coverage, and I don't ever want to see a linebacker or a linebacker, right, run himself into a block. And that's what sometimes we see Kenneth Murray be guilty of, and that's what slows him down from being the player that his physical set of tools can allow him to be. But just think about how crazy it is, though. What we could be talking about, right? If those guys come along, Demo gets healthy, Shemar James is who we think he might be, and the Cowboys aren't also having to play against the number 1 rushing attack in the sport, it's almost like they might actually be able to stop the run this year. Routinely. Perpetually. This is incredibly important. It plays perfectly into the video that I just posted, Jaden Daniels in a modern hybridized defense. If you like this video, I bet you'll like that one too, like I said a second ago. So thanks again, guys, for watching this. And thank you to these gentlemen right here for prompting my official outro. All right, talk to you soon. Sports below the surface with the Lando Show. It's been a lot of fun to just be with you guys unpacking everything all off season long. Let's flip it around this way so I can stand straight up. I need to go to bed now. I'm solo dadding this week. Wife is out of town. It's late, but it's been a lot of fun. I hope this made sense. Let me know what you like, what you think I need to continue to hone in on, because some things may or may not make sense to you. Some things may make too much sense, and you don't think I'm spending enough time talking about it, and you may think that that's more important than what I'm spending too much time talking about otherwise. So tell me what you want me to emphasize or elaborate on, or maybe walk back a little bit, because I'm going to be wrong. Trust me. I'm the guy that sat here and told you, no way, impossible to trade Micah Parsons. And here we just watched him on Thursday Night Football. My instant reaction on that one, Jaden Daniels and the modern hybridized defense. many levels to this stuff, but it's highly interesting. I'm fascinated with it. That's the whole purpose behind this channel. If you guys like this video, I bet you'll like that one too. All right.